And I'm Haden Tolbert alongside recent commit cornerback Austin Barrett for Virginia Tech 2027 commit. How are you doing today, Austin?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Obviously, you committed a couple of days ago, the second.
hmm
First off, congratulations on your commitment.
Thank you.
Now we'll start with just an icebreaker question. What emotions were going through your head when you made the decision?
It was a big emotion. My mother was there, my brother, and my grandmother, so it was very much overwhelming. My mother started crying, so that really put something into my heart because it was like all the hard work I put in for all the years growing up, and my brother taught me everything. It was like it's finally paying, it's finally working off. Um, Basically kept all my emotions inside, but I was there with my mother, like celebrating the time of me committing with all the coaches and my family. But it was definitely a memorable moment.
Yeah, and when you kind of made that decision, take me through the moment where you knew Virginia Tech was the place you wanted to be.
I been knew. um, it basically solidified it as soon as I stepped foot on campus. I'm like, this is where I want to be. I saw the brotherhood. I saw how the coaches were. Me and my relationship with the coaches. I'm like, this is where I want to be.
Yeah, and obviously the coach that recruited you, Nick
Period.
Perry. What message did he have for you that really resonated with you when he was talking to you?
Um, he basically told me like the plan he had for me. We sat down, we talk about everything. I love the way he coaches. I love the way he runs the defense. I love the way the people that he developed in the past. Um, he basically told me that he has a plan for me and he wants me to go there and he wants me to play and he wants me to show everybody what I could do.
Yeah, and how important is it to you to, build a relationship with the coaching staff, and how was that process going through recruiting, and what basically gave Virginia Tech that edge in the staff with the relationship they built with you?
Okay, so relationship is big for me and for my family. I don't want to go across the country to somewhere I don't feel comfortable with, or my mother especially, because she's my whole world. Um, in the recruiting process, coaches have texted me a lot, but I feel like in order to build a connection fully, you have to talk to my mother or get a relationship with my brother, grandmother. 'Cause I feel like it's a family. It's a family point. Nick Perry, James Franklin, like they all texted my mother, called my mother, checked up on her, checked up on me a lot. They made sure we were good every day, every other day. I feel like that really built a connection, and that really solidified everything.
Yeah, and was there a particular conversation that helped seal the deal for you and your decision?
Yeah, with my head coach. um, he told me he was like, "Look, I know you love it there." He said, "If you love it there, don't keep on waiting, just commit." He said, "There's no point if you dragging out everything if you know you just want to be there. So enjoy the weekend, and on Sunday, if you really love it there, commit."
Yeah, and let's kind of steer off of that and talk about your game and how you believe is the most important part of your game,
Mhm.
and what is one of the most underrated parts of your game.
The most important part of my game, I should say the way I watch film and the way I could break everything down in the game and the way I move fast in the game. Like for example, I watch a lot of film, so I know I used to play offense too, so I know what offenses will run. Like I know like what they will do to how can I put it? For example, like I will know what they do before they do it by the way they're lined up, the way how they get off the ball or everything like that. I feel like an uh underrated aspect of my game is definitely my man and man. I feel like my man and man is good. Obviously, I have stuff to work on, but I feel like my man and man is definitely an underrated aspect of my game.
Yeah, and I can kind of see that in your game, and that you kind of like studying film, because I've seen you jump cut some passes and expect what the receiver and QB are going to do, and had some pretty
Yeah.
good interceptions there. So that's great, and I'm sure coaches love that. And can you describe your game to Hokies fans who haven't seen you play? Um, and seen the tape.
Okay, so I'm definitely aggressive. I play, and I would never step on the field with 50%. I will always try to give it 100%, even if I'm hurt, even if I'm not in the right headspace. I will always give it 100%. Physical, I'm explosive, I'm fast. Uh, I could play the ball good. My arms is long, so I like to jam up receivers. Um, yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I'm sure coaches love that. Is you're going to give it your all. That's I'm sure James Franklin is going to love that when you come on campus. And
Sure.
going forward, looking at Virginia Tech as a whole, there's been recent news on how they've gotten donations just today. They've been top 19. Excuse me, top 10 in the class for
Mhm.
2027, and you're part of that class, of course. So, what are you most excited about in the direction of Virginia Tech football right now?
I have met the other recruits and the other people that's committed, and I see them in person. They're big. And I watched their film, so I know they've been working. I'm excited to come in January, early, and I'm excited for this new class to come in. And I've seen everybody doubt Virginia Tech and doubt James Franklin, and I'm just waiting for him to prove everybody wrong, and for us to come in next year and prove everybody wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the current commits alongside with you. Have you kind of built a relationship with them and kind of a camaraderie, having being in the same class and be picking Virginia Tech?
I haven't really spoke to a lot of them and have gotten I haven't built really a big connection towards them, but I have, if that makes sense. But a few people like AJ and like Chase, like I have talked to them a lot. Like me and them, like we're close, we're cool.
Yeah, and we'll get to the kind of the atmosphere of Virginia Tech. It's talked about all across the country. The game day atmosphere. Enter Sandman, Lane at night. What is
Yeah.
something that stood out to you? It could be a whole bunch of things with the atmosphere in Blacksburg and Lane Stadium.
Just thinking about it gets me hyped up a little bit. I can't wait to go down that tunnel. I know it's gonna be crazy with everybody in the stands. Have heard even when Virginia Tech wasn't a winning program, they were still crazy. So I can only imagine what Jay Franklin gonna do to the program. So imagine the stadium after we're winning.
Yeah, and it's been on the Richter scales of earthquakes and kind of getting jumping and bumping. It gets crazy in there.
Yeah.
But uh, when you are actually on the field playing for Virginia Tech, what goals are you going to have as being a Hokie?
I definitely want to have a crazy season. When I go into the field, I want to make sure I'm dominant. I want to separate myself from everybody else. I want to leave an impact on the field every time I step on the field. Um, I want to do my part, and I just want to win games.
Yeah. And when James Franklin was talking to you and Nick Perry was talking to you, is there anything specific they have said to you, if you can share, that stood out to you the most?
Um, Something Nick Perry has told me or James Franklin. I should say, I can't think of it on the spot right now. Yeah, I can't think of it on the spot right now.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, I'm sure these coaches say tons of things to you, so no, you're good. You're good. And I'll have a couple more questions for you. Um, you know, what is do you know a whole lot about Virginia Tech's legacy and alumni that's played in your position? Who do you like to, you could be either a, NFL player or a Virginia Tech former athlete. Who do you kind of model your game after?
mm. Okay, so look, I don't really know too much Virginia Tech alumni, but I could give you somebody I could model my game after. Like my favorite player. My favorite
Okay.
player is Pat Surtain. And like I'm a Broncos fan and everything, even though I'm in Jersey, I'm a Broncos fan. Pat Surtain's my favorite player, and I know Nick Perry has coached him and developed him into the athlete he is today.
Yeah, and did that kind of stick out to you? Pat
Definitely
Surtain
did.
being, yeah, yeah. I'm sure that was a little starstruck moment, of course, but you know, former athletes, you have the Fuller brothers. They've been great. They
Hmm.
not a lot of people know about them, especially now, but they were great Hall of Famers for Virginia Tech, and you
Yeah.
know uh, that kind of legacy they have brought and left at Virginia Tech. Do you kind
Okay,
of
I have heard about the Fuller
yeah
brothers. I have. I remember the last time I was on my OV, he was actually one of the brothers was actually in the back while I was having my talk with Nick Perry.
yeah?
That's
Did
crazy.
you uh, did you get to have a chance to speak with him or anything? Have a
We didn't
conversation?
really speak that much, but like we were just talking, and like he has his picture on the side of the wall in the defensive room. So he was just telling me like how him and his brother is like right there and everything. It was crazy.
Now, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave at Virginia Tech? I know you still have a while to go, but looking forward, uh, leaving a legacy is crucial at Virginia Tech. And
Mhm.
what kind of legacy do you want to leave?
Okay. So me personally, I think Virginia Tech is a DB school. Just saying. I definitely want to become one of the best DBs to walk out of Virginia Tech. I want to win a national championship too, because that's very important to me. Um, I want to. How can I put this? Besides the Fuller Birds, I want to be the person that they say, oh, I want to be like Austin Barrett. I want to go to Virginia Tech and be like Austin Barrett, or I want to be a cornerback like Austin Barrett. I want to be one of them ones. I want to separate myself from everybody else. I want to leave an impact so strong from the other classmen, and so they could watch and be like, oh, I studied my tape after him. I want to be just like him.
Yeah, and uh, being referenced and being remembered is great. And having teammates. What would a teammate say about you if they were to ask, how is Austin Barrett as a teammate? How is Austin Barrett as a player to coach or be around?
They would definitely say Austin is like I be joking around a lot with my teammates, so they would say Austin is like goofy, he's like funny. But like deeper into football, he would say I'm very locked in. I take care of my work very seriously. I care about the people around me and my loved ones. Um, they'll say I'm very hardworking, I'm mature and stuff like that. Mm, say yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I have one final question for you. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, committing, have a message for Virginia Tech. What's your message to Hokie Nation as you look to be a part of this program going forward?
A message to Hokie Nation. Um, I want to say let's get to work. The past couple years, I could say it hasn't been that good, but I know Virginia Tech is gonna get right back on the track with James Franklin and recruiting in the class that's coming in right now. I like to say, yeah, let's get to work.
Yeah.
Go Hokies.
Thank you so much, Austin. Of course, Austin is a cornerback, recent commit for Virginia Tech, class of 2027, Paramus, New Jersey. Did I say that right? Paramus?
Yes, sir. Paramus. Yeah.
Paramus. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Austin, for jumping on this interview and helping out. And I'm sure
Yes,
Virginia
sir.
Tech fans are excited to see you once you come step on campus.
Yes, sir. Thank you.